So one question you might have is, what am I going to do with the off arm, your like free arm that you have? So when you have them in the trap triangle here, let's say you've already gotten to the point where you've locked this up, and now you're thinking about, how do I get to a good angle? So the arm that you're going to use to angle is generally the one on the opposite side of the lock. So in this case, my right hand is going to need to choose a position to move to help adjust my angle. So my right hand is either going to go underneath the armpit in some circumstances, underneath the knee in some circumstances, and even over the knee in some circumstances. So that's what we're going to discuss in this section. First off, my general preference, if I have the triangle locked, high knee triangle here like this, is going to be to go underneath the armpit. The reason for that is, as I pull myself to the side this way, here, I'm locking myself to the long end of the lever of his spine. So now when I lock down and he tries to do some of your classic defenses here, like throw your leg over my chest, not gonna happen, right? Go ahead and pick me up. It's very, very difficult to pick someone up from right here and push off my chest. I have everything really locked up. He's really clinched tight here. We can apply that black hole concept and really get the finish like that. Now, there are gonna be circumstances where, say he steps this leg up, like that, exactly. You'll see people oftentimes reach for this leg. And it's not wrong, but there does exist one problem here, which is that if my partner's flexible, which Nico might not be, he can throw this leg across my chest and not turn his back to me, and then sit down right here. And this can be a big pain in the ass, so we don't want to deal with that either. So one rule that I have is, if I end up going underneath this knee on a high knee triangle, I'm gonna go underneath it and I'm gonna pull with a scoop from my elbow to his ankle, and I'm gonna pull this back to the back of my head. So now throw your leg over my chest. You can't because you're dying? All right, sweet. So that's one way to think about this. Another way is, go ahead and stand up all the way to your feet. Good. If you go underneath the leg on a situation like this, again, make sure that you're hooking with the elbow so you get all the way down to his ankle, and then put your hand right behind your back, right behind the back of your head right here. Now when I hold, it's very easy for me to hold him in position, and for him to take his leg across my chest is virtually impossible. So, come back this way one more time. That works pretty well if your partner is trying to stand up. Now, what's the major reason that someone's going to stand up from your triangle? It's going to be to create space to throw his legs across your chest, or it's going to be a situation where he wants to pick you up and basically, like old Pride FC Rampage, slam you on the back of your neck, right? So when he stands up, and I think he wants to get up to pick me up, well, that's a situation where instead of underhooking, because if I underhook this knee, go ahead and try to pick me up, you can still do it, right? But if I overhook it, right here, try not to fall. Good, so if I get that overhook around his knee, right here, when he goes around to try to pick me up, and it's very, very difficult for him to extend that leg. So, in review, how you doing, Nico? All right, so in review, I have the triangle locked up. If he stands up, I can overwrap this leg as I angle to make sure he can't slam me. I can also go all the way behind my head, kind of comb my hair right here, trap the arm, or trap the leg, and then as he falls over, I can maintain control just like this, squeeze and finish that triangle. And come around this way one more time. My absolute preference, my favorite, is to go underneath this armpit, move myself around, and now I can negate all of that stuff. Nothing coming across my chest, no posture happening, and we've dealt with most of the major problems on that high knee triangle. One last piece is, generally speaking, on the low knee triangle, you're really only going to grab one place. So if we come here again, let's say that I took a grip and shot to a trap triangle here, and my partner was already starting to posture. When he goes here, I'm just going to scoop the knee. As I scoop the knee, I adjust the angle. The lock is above his head, so for him to posture, it's going to be really, really difficult. For him to like throw his leg over my chest, it's going to be really, really difficult. And I can move myself underneath him and rotate for that finish. Cool. Give that a shot. If there's any other questions about that, throw them in the comment section.